Alright guys, we got another buddy build or build off or whatever you want to call it. We're doing a rally style this time. We got the Lancia Tamiya 037. This is the re-release on the TA02S. What's the kit number? The 5.6. What is it? You can read it there. 58654. It's the Lancia Martin build. We're going to be doing this build off with Mike from Scaleworks and Build and Velocity, and Brent over at Adventure Time. It's just fun for the whole bunch of us. Got chassis parts, we got our bags, we got our speed controller, we got our chassis, got our wheels, lights. Might put a light kit in there, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Got some swing arms, got a gearbox. Now this is a 4-wheel drive rig, nice tires, got our front bumper, looks like the rear wings, or the rear arms, and the head. Now I'll put the body stuff over to the side. This is just going to be kind of like letting you guys know what's going on. We're sponsored, one of our sponsors, Winter Even Bearings. We got a set of bearings, and our newest sponsor, we're going to be using their grease in this build. It's RC Thrust Race Grease. Link will be in the description. You'll see me using it along the way. What I'm going to do is primarily just kind of put it together and take some clips with my goggles, with my video goggles. You guys that know I've got these a while back, and focusing on where I use these, obviously, because I got my trays ready. What else we got? We got some light bulbs. Those are going to go for the body. Now this will be a multi-video kind of thing. We're going to probably do a video a week, maybe 2 a week. The plan is that we, the 4 of us, will put up a video. This should be our Thursday release, our first one. It's kind of like an unbox and maybe a chassis build. The point is to have 2 build videos. One, what I'm doing is I'll do the chassis in this one, so by the end of this video we'll have a chassis built, and then the body will be the next video, and then we're going to do a basic speed run along with a rally run. Those will be 2 separate videos, and we'll see what we end up doing. Now a couple of the guys want to do you know, box art, which I don't disagree with. I'm probably going to paint ours because I could always do a box art later, but I don't think we're going to do the beauty contest and all that other stuff that we got going on. So you can kind of, this is kind of my impromptu, you know, get things ready and let it get going kind of deal. So let me see what I'm going to need for bag 1, and we'll get right into it. Bag 1 is building the motor and all that other, and then the looks like we got to build our diffs. Looks like the rear is a standard diff. If I run into anything weird, because there's 4 of us doing it, I think we'll by the time you're done, we'll hit pretty much anything you run into. Looks like they got oil-filled CVAs, which is awesome. Then I don't need shocks. If I was going to get shocks, I'd probably get my option number 1, my blues. I might even have some floating around back there if I really want to. But yeah, on bag A, it looks like it's just the front end and the rear end. If I'm not mistaken. So I'll be right back and we'll get into it. did the close-ups with my glasses like I mentioned before, but that's bag A. So we're going to move on to bag B, which is the front. Now you may notice we have a retro 27 turn monster super stock from one of my buy lots we're going to use for the motor. I am going to use the HobbyKing stock, and I use this grease on everything. It's really nice. The whole drivetrain is real nice. Everything looks like it's going to work out real good. Yeah, so, and a big shout out to Winter's Evening, and again our grease guys, so make sure you check them out, because without them we wouldn't do half of what we can. Anyways, I'll be right back and we'll move on to bag B. So that's bag 2. Again, there'll be some quick clips in there. Next is to build the wings. Bag C is the front end, so we'll be using drive cups and all that good jazz. There's nothing really tricky that's come up now on. So there's bag B and bag A and bag B. So now we'll be moving on to C, and I don't think there's anything super tricky. Hopefully other guys are feeling the same way. This has been a really good build so far. I've been pleasantly surprised. I'm not going to make you guys, part of bag B was doing the shocks, and I'm not making you guys sit through that. I'm just going to do that off camera. If you want to see shocks, maybe one of the other guys will be doing that, but I'm not doing that. The front dog bones are way different than the rear dog bones. This is pretty cool. This reminds me a lot of at least the drivetrain reminds me a lot of what do you call that? The Boomerang, and I think the Terra Scorcher. A lot of shared gear mechs, and that makes sense because it uses I believe it uses a prop for the 4-wheel drive, if I'm not mistaken, which I haven't seen yet. Hopefully it shows up. I don't know if it's oh, there it is. There's our prop. Now I do have a bunch of these because I got them for the Boomerang, so that'd be cool. Anyways, I did put this piece upside down, and then so these were sticking out and I couldn't get the wings on. I was like, man, I thought there's a manufacturing defect, but it's just me squirreling out like usual again. So that's most of the bearings. The only thing left are the front bearings for here, and we really have been going to town, and I still haven't even used half of the first tube grease from RC Thrust Grease. So hopefully when this is done, it's going to be smooth like butter. So yeah, I got I got 2 large and 2 small, which I'm assuming are for the front, which I'll put those in now just so you can see them. And I'll probably just come back with this front end built because I'm hoping one of the guys covers that. This video is getting pretty long already. So there's our Winter's Evening Barons. Now they have been great to us. I can't only stress. Now if you want Winter's Evening, if you go to the link in the description, there's 15% off on anything at their eBay store, and also the link to the Thrust Grease guys. There isn't any other discount code worth more than the 15% that we got, and these are only $20 to begin with, so you're getting them for under $20 shipped. These guys are US, they're from Alaska. Good company, great company. Winter Storm Series, I use their ceramics on some of my better cars, and I use them on my LC, and I think I have them on my my other rally, which is my TL01B that I quasi switched over, so maybe we'll get the two of those out together. Anyways, back to it. I'll get this front end built. I'm gonna probably do it off screen and come back for a closing. If anything comes up in the middle, I'll let you know. Be right back. Alright, we got bag B or bag D left to do, which is the electrics and the steering, and then we got to do the body. You can see I already put the back half on there. I'm kind of in a conundrum. I have a servo on the way for this build, but it might not be here till late next week, and I want to run this, so I might have to scavenge one and let it roll. We grease the crap out of this. So bag D is primarily putting the prop on, getting the two halves on there, and the steering situated. See, it starts with that. Now, I do have a way of doing my, you might notice I don't have stock springs on the back. They're a little longer. I don't put the spacers in them because I'd rather have the throw with these CVDs. Anyways, I'll go over so you see that a lot of it's just putting the electronics in and all that, and then the steering itself. So I'll do that off screen, and hopefully one of the guys will go through that. So watch the other guys. And then I gotta do bumpers and tires. So what I'm gonna do is, just for time's sake, I'm gonna do a lot of that off screen and whatnot, and come back with this chassis built and come in with a closing. But the main thing on this is the prop and the electric. Now again, I'm going to use the stock 1060, but I'm going to be using my Monster 27 turn vintage motor in there for a little extra gumption. Might upgrade to brushless later if it handles okay. I am a little worried because there's only 4 screws holding this rear end onto this. I could see there being breaking points, but that's probably normal with this chassis. First time I've used TA02. I am going to say the silvery stuff is very rubbery. The only thing that's like a hard plastic is this. Even the arms are, they got flex to them, so that leads me to think that these are going to be decent rally. So yeah, well, I'm gonna get this rolling, finish it up, and then I'll come back for a close and let you see where we're at. And make sure you check out all the guys. You got Mike over at Build and Velocity, you got Brent at Adventure Time, then you got the other Mike over at Scaleworks. Now these guys are all good guys. I've been friends with them for years now. They're probably some of my closest buddies on YouTube, so it's really cool to get going and doing this kind of build battle thing, or build whatever you want to call it, buddy build. Just building these together, and so we're all having fun together. I'm not sure when the next video will come out after this. I will come back for a closing, so maybe I'll know that in the meantime. But the idea is 4 builds, minimum of 4 videos. We might do more. It depends on what we're doing. One is going to be a speed test, see how well it goes on the tarmac, and then we'll have an off-road. So there'll be another video of the build with me going through and deciding what I do for the paint, because I'm not sure yet. I know I'm going to paint it, but I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm not sure I'm going to use the stickers. Like I said, I can always go back and get another one of those bodies, because I really like those hard shells, and make it stock if I want to turn it into a shelf queen. But I only use these as runners, so I'm going to run the piss out of it and do what I do. So I'll be right back, and we'll get it all figured out. Squirrel! See what I see. Alright, guys. There she is. She's all finished. I gotta mess with the toe a little bit. It's not that bad, but we're almost to where I can't do much more on it. I do have to solder the wires for the motor before we can get it running, but we'll do a quick test spin before we get the body done. So next video, we'll be doing the body itself. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do or when it's going to come out, so keep an eye. Within a week, it'll be out. Again, another shout out to Winter's Evening Barons. That's the kit for this. And RC Thrust Grease. We'll see how well it does. It's pretty awesome. We got to put our hobby wing in there and we'll check it out. Make sure you check the guys out. Mike and Brent. Now, I made the rear suspension super tight, super stiff compared to the front, and I did use spacers, and I'm not going to give my secrets to how I built that, but that's, you know, I will say that I used a different number of holes for the piston on the front and the back. That's about all I'll tell you, and it should handle good. I did steal a servo. I got one of the JX servos, 12 kilo low pros, and man, this thing is a beaut. So hopefully you guys dig. Make sure you check out the book, the guys. I'll try and put links in the description as they come out, and all that good jazz. Again, it's Scale Works, Adventure Time, and Building Velocity. So, and then we'll sooner than soon we'll get some running videos going. But this video is really long, so I didn't want to get into, you know, the steps and all that. I did the diffs, which is the important part, and where the bearings had to go, because, you know, I want to show that for the winter's evening. Now it's super tight, but that's I made it that way. Like, it's packed with grease. It's packed, and everything is nice. Ooh, that motor sounds strong. Anyways,
Stay tuned for more, just getting started. Every guy you'll feel worried, everything you feel the right place. Right this way, you know you try. Going some nuts, a little taste by the light. It's great, we'll on your side. Don't like say that was right. Really like that place. Right place was Canton 7 winning mile on Kim members. Right place, sucker, had a 3 Spanders in.